All right, welcome back. So sound looks decent. So this is going to be a troubleshooting video. Not only does my sync thing not work, in addition to that, something is happening where now my mobile device isn't working. It's no longer connecting to 4G. So let's start there. I'm gonna log into my provider of Mint Mobile, and let's see if there's some sort of data tracker or something like that that will let me know if I've been exhausting my data. So it looks like the site is down. It looks like my internet is still, I haven't moved over to backup or anything, so I'm not sure that it's on my end. I do have a phone plan with unlimited data. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the site. Kind of not surprising. Okay, now it's back. So yeah, let's log into my account. Oh, and you know what? That's the wrong account. Um, yeah, this is very difficult for me. Now I gotta look up my number. I don't know what my number is. I'll do that off camera. All right, I'm back. So this is the sort of thing that for some reason I'm sure most people don't find this as difficult as I do, but I find managing phone numbers and all of this to be incredibly difficult. And the moment I get a spam call is the moment it's like, okay, I'm never answering my phone again. So I'm notoriously difficult to contact over phone. Um, so I do have my data up here on my phone. It looks like my number is gonna just automatically delete in 4 months. So that's a problem. I need to fix that. Um, uh, and I'm gonna forget to do that. My phone number is gonna delete. Uh, okay. Uh, so I need to do that at some point. I might as well just do it now. Um, but what I need to figure out is why I can't. Ah, here we go. So so I have an unlimited data plan, but I know that it's not unlimited. It's unrestricted up to a certain point, and then after that, it is rate limited. So I need to figure out if I'm being rate limited or not. Because if I am being rate limited, then not only is it not unlimited, the limits that are imposed are so restrictive that you can't even use an app like ChatGPT or really even Google Maps. So I really need to figure that out. But as I said, I don't know. I think there's something unique about me. I think most people don't struggle as much with phone stuff as I do. But you want me to, hop on a video call, I'll do it in 5 minutes. You want me to get on Discord, I'll do there. You want me to write a bot on Discord to automate your messages, I'll do that. But you want me to answer the phone, I just get frustrated after trying it and I end up not being able to answer the phone or make a call. Google Voice has been pretty awesome, but I can't manage my phone plan. I can't screen for spam mails. So the moment I get spam mails is the moment that spam calls rather. I mean, you can hear just how you know I couldn't even come up with the word calls. I said mails instead because I can manage spam emails. You just mark them as spam and stuff. I can't manage spam phone calls. The moment I start getting a lot of them is the moment I stop using my phone. Um, okay, so it looks like my hotspot data, I have 10 gigs. Okay, so it looks like I have 0.88 gigabytes that are used. Um, but and then my data renews on the first of the month. So I mean, I have an unlimited plan as well. So let's let's talk to the AI because like really the AI is what Oh, you know what? I think I see it. Current plan broadband label. I see it. I see it. Okay, so I'm paying $30 a month for unlimited, which definitely means very, very limited. Um, uh, okay. Well, I think the AI is going to be the best source of best answer for this. Hey, are you familiar with Mint Mobile?
Yeah, Mint Mobile is a prepaid wireless carrier in the US. They offer affordable plans that use T-Mobile's network. Have you been thinking about switching or just curious?
So I'm a customer of Mint Mobile, and I must preface this with phones and numbers and all this really really I used to be certified in VoIP, so if we're talking about like an IP phone, then okay, yeah, I can do like I can set up what was it called? It was like ring buffering and like codecs and all that. But if you just simply want to call me, like I often like just can't manage receiving a call, even though I can automate, like a Spark or WebEx or Discord. It's just impossible for me to receive a call, and one of the reasons why is Mint Mobile. So it doesn't give you a notification when your plan is about to expire, so it just automatically yanks your phone number out from under you. So I'm on my second phone number. So a lot of people have a phone number that is just dead because I hadn't paid for renewal on it. Um, and then um, and then the other thing is I can't tell I can't tell the particulars of my plan, and I'm hoping you can help me with that.
Got it. Mint Mobile's plans are pretty straightforward, usually ranging from 4 gigabytes to unlimited data per month. They offer 3, 6, or 12-month plans. If you can't see your plan details, you can log into your Mint Mobile account online or through their app. For more specific info, reaching out to their customer service might be best. Have you tried that?
I don't think I need to. So I'm on their app. I see I have a 12-month unlimited plan. I see the option to enable auto renewal, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. $30 a month for unlimited data. That should be good. But I guess the question I have for you is, what do they mean by unlimited data? Because I feel like unlimited does not in fact mean unlimited. Am I right in that feeling? Like for example, there's another plan. There's an unnecessary plan, whatever that means, for $40 a month. So like, why is there an additional plan if the unlimited plan is truly unlimited?
You're right, unlimited usually has some fine print. With Mint Mobile, unlimited typically means you get a certain amount of high speed data, and once you hit that cap, your speeds are slowed down. For Mint, the cap is usually around 35 gigabytes of high speed data. That $40 plan might include more perks like international features or higher priority data. So unlimited is more like unlimited but slower after a point.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That was my understanding. It's just they don't make it clear what that point is. You said it's around 35 gigabytes?
Yeah, typically it's around 35 gigabytes for high speed data. After that, speeds can drop significantly, usually down to 2G or 3G levels. It's always good to double check the exact details in your plan's fine print or on their website.
I mean, that's pretty good. So far this month, I'm only used 0.88 gigabytes, and yeah, so that's pretty good. And it looks like it renews on the first in about 15 days.
Nice. Sounds like you're well within your data limit then. And with auto renewal set up, you shouldn't have any surprises. Anything else you want to know about your plan or mid mobile?
Well, it sounds like I could probably downgrade my plan if I've only used less than a gig. For like, I could probably downgrade to the 20 gig plan. It would only save $5 a month though.
Yeah, if you're consistently using that little data, a smaller plan could save you a bit. But if $5 isn't a big deal, the peace of mind with unlimited might be worth it. Just depends on how much flexibility you want.
Okay. Yeah, I might consider going down to the 15 because saving like $100 a year, I guess I could put towards something like, that's like an extra $100 even over the course of a year could be like pretty useful.
Absolutely. Every little bit adds up. If you know you won't be using more data, putting that money towards something else could be a nice little bonus.
Okay, thank you. That helps. So the next question I have is I can see the strength of my connection. I can see I have 4 bars, but in the upper left-hand corner of that symbol, it has a capital letter E.
The E usually stands for Edge or 2G, which is a slower network. Even with 4 bars, that means your data speeds are pretty slow. If you're in a spot with better coverage, you'd see LTE or 5G instead. Are you noticing slow speeds or any issues?
Yeah, it's garbage. And the thing is, like, it's not like it's always been like I was pretty satisfied with it, and then all of a sudden, like a few weeks ago, now it's garbage. So I was thinking what happened was I hit my cap, but we can see, I've only used 0.88 this month, so that should not be the case.
Got it. If your speeds dropped without hitting the cap, it could be a coverage issue or something with the network. Maybe try restarting your phone or checking for any outages in your area. If it persists, reaching out to Mint Mobile support might help pinpoint the issue.
I mean, restarting my phone is a good idea. I don't restart my phone very often. I'll try that.
Yeah, it can help refresh your connection to the network. Hopefully, that resolves the speed issue. If not, checking in with Mint support is the next best step.
Yeah, the weird thing is, like, sometimes I see it switches over to 4G, but it's typically only there for like a little while, and then it switches back to E. So I restarted my phone, and it says HD. Is that the same as 4G? Is that better or worse?
Hyphen H usually stands for HSPA plus, which is between 3G and 4G. It's faster than Edge, but not quite as fast as LTE. So it's an improvement from E, but ideally, you'd want to see LTE or 5G for the best speeds.
All right. Well, it didn't say hyphen H. It said HD. Now it just has 4 bars, all filled, and it doesn't have a symbol at all in the upper left.
Got it. If there's no symbol and you've got 4 bars, it might just mean the phone isn't displaying the network type. Usually, that means you're on a decent connection. Maybe your phone is still reconnecting. Give it a minute and see if it settles on LTE or something else.
All right. Well, anyway, I think it's probably fixed. As long as I'm not seeing that dreaded E symbol, it's probably in a better condition.
Sounds promising. Hopefully, it'll stay that way. If anything changes or you run into more issues, you know what to try next. Anything else on your mind?
Well, I have to set up auto renewal for my account, otherwise I'm going to lose my phone number.
Yeah, definitely set that up so you don't have any interruptions. It's usually straightforward through the app or website. Once that's done, you should be all set.
Remind me to set up auto renewal on my phone plan with Mint Mobile. I have only 4 months left, so if I don't do this within 4 months, my plan's going to terminate and I won't have a phone number anymore. I mean, not like I don't already, I'm already struggling with my phone number. But anyways, give me like a reminder every week to do this. It's gonna cost me like $360 when it auto renews, but I have an unlimited plan, so it should be a decent deal. The other thing I want you to remind me of is to assess my data usage and renew my plan at a lower tier to save me some money if my data usage never rises to and above the tier that I'm paying for.
Got it. I'll remind you weekly to set up auto renewal and to check your data usage. We'll make sure you don't lose your number and get the best value from your plan.
Okay, so we should see some kind of notification here that it actually did. I switched over to GPT tasks, so we can go to so we can see it saved a memory, but let's see if it saved a task. So it didn't save a task. It didn't save a task, but that's okay. We can go back to the conversation. Okay, now with what you have remembered, create a task to remind me. Okay, well the tasks feature is broken. It's like it didn't even, it's not even selected with tasks anymore. Okay, now with what you have remembered, create a task to remind me. Okay, now I have tasks selected. There we go. Now it created a task. So we should be able to go into tasks. There we go. And now I've got one task. Set up Mint mobile auto renewal. I'm not going to do it now just because I don't want to. Okay, so and I don't want to because the goal of this video is I want to stay on goal for this video. So the goal of the video is going to be troubleshooting. I'm going to set up. So there's a problem. The problem is when I go to the my phone and I open up the app Sync Thing. And of course you have to be on VPN. So that would be the solution right there is I opened Sync Thing and I didn't have the VPN activated. So let me be very clear what the problem is, and I'll even write the problem down, and we'll use my open source version of Microsoft Word. So cool. And let me just take a moment to say how beneficial this has been already. I mean, I get an open source version of Microsoft Word with 300 gigabytes to play with rather than 15 on Google Drive. I recently deleted all my emails because something was hogging up all of my space, my 15 gigs, and I couldn't figure out what. I think it was some sort of backup gone awry or something like that, and I just kept trying to solve the problem anyway, anyhow, and so I just basically restarted, and I lost a lot of really important emails, I'm sure. I'm able to weed out my spam, which has been great because anytime a spam email comes in, I see it right away. It's not buried under something I've been ignoring for years, and I just hit that unsubscribe. So that's been nice. But I lost a lot of emails that are pretty important. I have an audition coming up, and I don't know the date for it, but it's not like it's a high stakes audition. It's a chair audition for my community orchestra, and there's only three people in the community orchestra this concert, one of which is insistent on playing the last chair, the other of which has consistently offered first chair to me, and then the final myself, who kind of doesn't care, could sit at any chair and be fine. Uh, and I, similar to my stand partner, probably prefer second chair as well. But I'm happy to sit first, especially if there's no other demand for it. And oh, this is completely off topic. Completely off topic. But anyways, we're gonna have a chair edition because not other sections are not on the same page. There is some competition in other sections of the community orchestra for higher chairs. So they're just going to run an audition for every section in the strings. I think it's just the strings, maybe the woodwinds too. I don't know. I feel well for the woodwinds. There's often only one player because the like in the flutes, the third like it's I feel like it's not as much ranked in the woodwinds too, where like first chair is like a special principal position that like in a professional orchestra would be paid higher. Um, so I think the third chair flute plays the flute and the piccolo. So it's like some chairs aren't even ranked. This is just like who's more versatile. But anyways, I'm way off track. Yeah, well, what I was gonna say is I don't have that date. So I had to clear out all my emails because I only have 15 gigabytes to play with. So now I don't have the date for this audition. So I just have Bach cello suites in my case at all time. And if they send me an email, say, hey, you're late to an audition, then I'll get in my car, go be there 15 minutes late and play a cello suite. Or if at any time they say, I get a new email about it, then I'll go to the date and go there. I'm prepared to. But the thing is, I don't know how to practice and prepare. But the other thing is, I don't care to practice and prepare. So anyway, I'm getting on. Let me get back on topic. This is all about how has this sovereign cloud, this individually managed network, been beneficial to me so far. Um, First answer is I get my data back in Gmail. I can use all of my 15 gigs for my email and none of it for my drive or for backups. That can just go on my server off there humming silently in the corner. And it is silent. It's very silent, which is super nice. So all of those files that would normally go on Google Drive now go here. And it's a lot more versatile. I can do more here as well. And then any backup that would normally go somewhere is now here. So that's the first thing that has genuinely been good. Oops, and where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go on. Oh, this is pictures. What about DCIM? Oh, there we go. Yeah, DCIM camera. Okay, so the other thing that has been beneficial is in addition to running out of space on Gmail, I oftentimes run out of space on my computer. So for under $100, I mean, how much does it cost to buy? Last time I was really struggling with space, I went on Amazon and I bought a SSD. How much did that cost me? So here it is. It was ordered last year, so that cost me wow, only $100. Holy crap! Uh, oh, it's only 1 terabyte though. Wait, what? That is ridiculous. Okay, it cost me an insanely good price. Holy crap. Um, okay, well, I didn't realize it was that inexpensive. Whoa. How much is the 4 terabyte? 299. Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't realize it was that inexpensive. But wow, okay. Huh. But anyways, how inexpensive is it really? Because this is 2 terabytes, so I'd have to get two of these. I bought the 1 terabyte, which is only 100. I mean, going from what I had, which was like 250 to one was good. But I spent $20 on cables and $60 and nothing else for my ZFS. I did pay $60 for an SSD for my RAID configuration to boot up virtual machines on, and to have my boot partition on. But yeah, but I got the server completely for free. My neighbor had a T56000 just laying in the closet collecting dust, and gave it to me wholesale instead of taking it to the recycling company and having to pay to get rid of it. So so that's the second really good thing I got from doing this. I now have a Z drive here. So if I want to if I want to clear off my I've got too much crap on my drives here. Then I just dump it off. If I want to keep it, I just dump it off to this Z drive, and it can be archived, uh, and I can clear up space on my machine really easily without having to just go and delete my files. So that's really valuable. I've got 4 terabytes to play with now, so 4 terabytes. I mean, for this. I'd have to get two of these, so that's going to be close to 400 with shipping and tax and all that. So, I got that for 20 bucks with the cables I bought. So, even though this storage is cheaper than I thought it would be, it's not $20. And the other thing is, I'd have to, as nice as it is to receive a free machine that is, uh, 10 years out of date, it's probably doesn't have an M2 slot. It might. I actually haven't looked at the motherboard. But you can't just take the latest and greatest and put it in old technology anyway. So I can definitely put this in my the PC I'm running this browser on. In fact, that would probably be a good thing. But yeah, it's so there you have it, right? It's being for a very low price. Um, I now have the ability to clear up space on my computer and just archive stuff. And I have the ability to use a replacement for um, or not, yeah, Google Docs, so that I don't have to hog up space away from my Gmail. And I have a replacement for Microsoft Office 365 with all the fixings. So really good deal so far. Project management software. That I need that. I really need that. That'll help a lot. Oh, hell yeah. Boondoggle. Oh, I need this so bad. Yeah, I have project management software now. I didn't have that before. All right, delete that. Wow. Yeah, so I have the full suite. and more. I have a calendar. Oh, that doesn't have. Okay, well, it's not synced. Ah, shoot, it's not synced. Um, but yeah, I have a lot already for a very low price. Now there might be some justification for getting the postmark relay because I've been unemployed for quite a while. So if we look up a list of recruiters, a list of tech recruiters, what I could do is yeah, so an email database of tech recruiters. Um, I can mass email these people. Yeah, so here's one. Uh, yeah, so I can do like an actual professional email campaign of my choice, and you can imagine how that could be useful. I could use it to mass contact recruiters. I could use it to like start my own, uh, you know, lose how to lose weight. Take it from me. I used to be fat, assuming I can lose weight. Um, so I could start my own like fitness mailing list. I could start uh, like CCNA training mailing list. Like, you know, there are definitely uses I would say for a $60 a month SMTP relay service. So I'm still kind of thinking over that because it could be um, it could be useful. But anyway, that's the benefits I had so far. So let's see here. We're half an hour in, and I haven't even said anything useful yet. So like, here's the problem. And I'll write this down in my only office. So we're gonna go to only office. We're gonna create a document. I'm gonna say self cloud t-shooting t-shoot. Perfect. Self cloud t-shoot like that. All right, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna say problem sync thing not connecting to uh, server from phone. So that's as simple as it had to be. I didn't have to talk for half an hour to write that down. So so say walkthrough to replicate problem. Number one, connect to VPN. We'll say it works. Okay. Number two, open sync open sync thing app. Say it opens. Uh, actually, step two would be disable battery saver mode. Okay. Now, step three would be open the sync thing app. Okay. Step four would be to go over to devices. Step five, verify it is connected to server. I'd say not connected, disconnected. So there's the problem. So Syncthing is not connecting to the server from my phone. If you want to replicate the problem, connect to the VPN, which works. Disable battery saver mode. That's something I like to have on as much as possible. Number 4, you select devices. And number 5, you verify that it is connected to the server. Now, the other thing that is important here is the sync conditions. I only want these to sync when I'm on Wi-Fi. Otherwise, it's going to eat up all of my data plan. So I believe I went through and did that already to each of the folders I have added here, but oh, I don't have it for the Bluetooth folder. There we go. Oh, I discarded my changes. I wanted to save my changes, not discard them. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to do that for all of my folders because I don't want to burn through all of my data. All right, so that should be the case for all of my folders now. Yes. Okay, so that's the first thing is I need to do that. So the thing is like it's kind of confusing on the main thing because it says like it's difficult to it says up to date on the folders, but that's not true. Like it's not it means up to date that like these are folders these are like queued and ready to be um and ready to be synced. It doesn't mean that they are actually synced. So you need to get the up to date message to show up for in the app, but that's not enough. Where it really matters um, is under devices. It has to say connected. So this is where we're gonna start after 45 minutes of talking about nothing. All right, welcome to another. Okay, so we got to deal with this difficult site. So let's go back to sync thing. We're gonna search for oh, there's no H. There we go. So we're gonna search for instances of sync thing and then go back and look at these steps because something is going horribly wrong. Like horribly wrong. Okay, so he talks about sync thing quite a bit in the thermostat. I skipped that whole section, so that could be one of the reasons why it's not working because there was information in that section that was important not to skip. Okay, yeah, static IP to your. All right. Okay, so we're creating a second Ubuntu virtual machine for our next task, which will be setting up image, only office, and sync thing. These instructions are virtually identical to the instructions for installing a virtual machine for Milcow. So this is the .5 machine instructions. Yeah, so we created the .5 machine successfully. But the first issue is I think I can ping .5, but I can't SSH to .5. For some reason, it makes you do a sudo to ping. Yeah, so I can ping .5, but I can't SSH to .5. It just hangs out and doesn't. It just times out. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we have to be able to. Yeah, we have to be able to SSH to .5. So that's the first thing that's going horribly wrong. Is we can't SSH to .5. Yeah, it just hangs. But now that doesn't mean that we can't access .5 at all. We can access it on .2 through the virtual machine manager. So let's do that. So we're going to go on .2. Okay, then we're going to do sudo start x. Okay, so then I on .2. So I started the I started the X so it can serve up graphics. I started the VNC so it can accept VNC connections. So now let's form a VNC connection from my desktop. Okay, so now we have a VNC connection formed. It's serving up. So now we can select the virtual machine manager. And now we can get on .5, which is this one. So click open. Okay. So the first thing you'll notice is Synthing is running on .5. But let's look at let's do ifconfig. Uh, and let's see that it's configured for, okay, we'll do ifconfig. It's being annoying. ifconfig pipe less. Okay, so yeah, so here we've got .5. and we were able to ping it. So that's not the problem. So let's troubleshoot SSH access, and we'll use that with on the phone with ChatGPT. Hey, I want you to help me troubleshoot SSH access on this virtual machine.
Sure, what's going on with your SSH access?
So I can ping the machine, but I can't SSH to it. I don't get like a connection refused. What happens is it just hangs on the command line and it never actually connects.
Got it. If it's hanging, it might be a firewall issue or something with SSH configuration. Have you checked the SSH service status on the VM?
No, let's start there.
Cool. You can run sudo systemctl status SSH to see if the SSH service is active. What's the output?
Disabled.
All right, let's enable it with sudo systemctl enable dash dash now SSH. Then try starting it with sudo systemctl start SSH.
Okay, now it is enabled and it is running. I don't know why it disabled itself. Maybe I forgot to put in code that has it automatically enable itself on boot.
That could be it. Now that it's running, can you try SSHing in again? If it still hangs, we might want to check the firewall or the SSH config file.
Yeah, yeah, I'll try SSHing again and let you know.
I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now. Please wait a bit and try again.
Okay, so SSH is still hanging.
All right, let's check if there's a firewall rule blocking it. Run sudo ufw status or sudo iptables-l to see if SSH traffic is being blocked.
All right, so I see three allow actions. So I'm allowing from so I'm allowing two. I'm allowing two 8080. I don't see any allowing to 22 though. Yeah, I think it's a firewall issue. I think it's blocking it with the implicit block. We have to add an allow statement. All right. Well, this happens with ChatGPT. Sometimes it has to like warm up, so sometimes it just stops talking with you, but you can just close it and start it again, and it usually works. All right. So the firewall, UFW, uncomplicated firewall. It has four entries. Each of them allow two 8080. I don't see one that allows two 22 though. So therein lies the problem, I think.
Yeah, that sounds like the issue. Let's add a rule to allow SSH. You can do that with sudo ufw allow 22 TCP. Once that's done, try SSH again.
And now it works. Thank you very much, dear kind sir.
Awesome, glad it's working now. Anything else you need help with?
So is this rule gonna stick or is it gonna erase itself once I reboot?
It'll stick. UFW rules persist across reboots, so you're good to go.
All right, I'm good to go.
Great, if anything else comes up, just let me know.
Man, what a world we live in. Like that is awesome. That would I might have been able to figure that out like on my own, but like I figured that out in a few minutes. Like, that might have taken me longer than a few minutes. Like I should have been able to figure that out, but like, you know, I think having that take a little bit of time to figure out is kind of fair. Like doing it in like 5 to 10 minutes is an advancement. Like that's what they say is like AI can like 10x you. So like in what would take you like an hour of like scratching your head, troubleshooting, doing some Google searches, you can just do. Oh my God. Okay. So so now that we're in SSH, it should be easier to troubleshoot some things here. So we already looked at the yeah. Oh, I think that's what's going wrong. I think we need another entry for 8084 8384. Yeah, we need another entry for 8384 in the firewall. Man, firewall stuff is hard. Firewall stuff is like really hard. Yeah, I think the guide was bad because the guide had you write a firewall later and it didn't mention these other rules, so it had you blow away access to Syncthing, so Syncthing will just never. Yeah, I think the guide was wrong. Yeah, we need another firewall rule. Okay, so now Syncthing should connect. Oh, and actually, it's not on 8384. But I mean, 8384, we need that as well because we need to get to the administrative. Yeah, so now we can get to the administrative portal. Before we couldn't even get to that. Yeah, so now we need to allow it to where it's actually the connection actually occurs, which is 22000. Okay, and I'll stop the app and then restart it. I'll hit the refresh button on it. Uh, oh, yes, yes, yeah. So firewall it can be hard. Firewall is something. Yeah, firewall can be hard. So yeah, he had us write a firewall that didn't. So check the connection on both devices. Make sure that the device appears as connected. The connection might take a few moments to establish. Make sure that this port is open in the firewall for incoming connections. By default, UFV is not running and blocking things when you first boot it. But so yeah, that's important. I think there probably were instructions for how to do that, but I think if there weren't, then there you go. If it wasn't spelled out clearly, there you go. That'd be an easy pitfall for if this is meant to be a beginner guide, it has to show you how to configure a firewall. That's not a beginner thing to do. Um, but I think in addition to that, when it has you set up um, only Office, it runs you through. I think it has you configure the firewall there, but it doesn't give you the other ones. I'm trying to figure. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. See, so So configure the firewall. This whole thing is very, very wrong. No, do not go with just this. So VFW Uncomplicated Firewall provides a user-friendly interface for managing IP tables. There is no need for anything besides only Office to ever contact our WebDAV server. Uh, so we're going to make sure only local host can contact our WebDAV server. Okay. If you think this is ridiculous, it is. Only Office needs to let me access files on my local server that are already there. Oh, well, let's see if I bricked only Office. Nope, only Office is still. Not only is only Office still there, I bet you we have the photo I took of myself yesterday. Oh, well, it's syncing. It has 32 gigabytes to sync. Yeah, so there we go already. We've got .syncthing files that shows they're syncing in progress. So there we go already. We already see progress. So allow all outgoing traffic. So there we go. Oh, did I skip that? Maybe that. But the SSH connection to it's not going to be outgoing. It's going to be incoming. Yeah, so this is the problem. Allow incoming on port 8080 from specific services. You got to allow from 8080. Also 22000, otherwise you can't connect to it from your phone using the Synthing-Fork app. So none of you're not going to get any new backups, you're not going to get anything new coming from your phone. And then you should also have it be on 22 so that you can access it over SSH for administrative purposes. That's not as important because and then the other big one, you should have it connect. You should have a rule for 8384. Android phone wants to share folder, add new folder, add it. Please, I beg of you, add the goddamn folder. Okay. Let's see what the other folders. Oh yeah, so I've got to change the path there. Add it. Save. Default folder? What the hell is that? So there's nothing in the default folder. I feel like I can just get rid of the default folder. I don't know. Well, the thing is, if I put anything on my phone, there might be a reason to put it in the default folder. Oh, but the default folder is like not. Like it would make sense to have like a miscellaneous folder, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I might have to remove the default folder. But yeah, the DCIM, we're syncing that. The good news is it's only going to do that over Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't eat up my data plan. The bad news is it won't do that my unless I have my what's the word VPN active. Okay, so yeah, right here, fail. This, if you set up this, you're going to do what I did. You're going to blow away your access to the administrative portal for SyncThing. You're going to not be able to connect to your machine through SSH, and you're going to not be able to connect to your machine to back up your files from your Synthing-Fork app on your phone. So, fail. That is big enough to alert Mr. Lewis Rossman himself about. Let's do that. Let's try to send it to his let's try to send it from my home server. That'd be cool if I could do that. Yeah. Let's send it to no, not Gmail. Yeah, let's send it to the rossmangroup.com. Uh, uh, okay. Oh, I gotta log into my mailbox, which is super annoying. I can't even explain how annoying that is for me. Okay, so I'll do that off camera. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I can't send email to I tried to mail this to various places and it didn't work. So let's just get rid of these. We'll keep the one that actually went. And let's try emailing Mr. Rossman himself in a new window. Nah, not in a new window, in the same window. Yeah, perfect. Um, Using my home server, that'll be interesting. So thank you for your guide, errata submission for your uh, self-managed network guide. Say thank you, Mr. Rossman, for your guide on a self-managed network. So far, I have been able to free up my 15 gigabyte of Gmail space by moving my drive and backup files off of Google and onto my 300 gigabyte local storage. In addition, I now can use only Office as an alternative to Drive and to Docs and Office 365. It has amazing features that I couldn't otherwise use, such as PowerPoint and project management software. Additionally, I have been able to set up 4 TB of archival storage using old gear I already had and a $20 purchase of SATA cabling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can follow along as I with my journey through the guide here. Um, okay, so let's give them the link to the playlist. Okay, so right here is the link to the playlist. Okay, I have some important. Uh, so far there hasn't been. Um, uh, so far there hasn't been that much errata, but I did discover an important thing to correct when it comes to the UFV firewall um, settings for only Office. Oh, and let's paste the screenshot in. So I've got the screenshot here. Okay, so let's get back to my email somehow. Okay, there we go. So here's the screenshot. Look at that. It's pasted in perfect. I can even crop it probably. No, I don't see. Well, what does this alt mean? Oh, text alternative. Okay, yeah, perfect. So if you put in if you enter in the rules as shown at this part in the guide, and let's give them the link to that section as well. So this is config 3.3 configure UFV firewall. So so it's like somewhere here. Oh, it's actually later than that. Uh, where is it? Step 3, setting up a WebDAV server. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, let's give them the direct link. Okay, perfect. If you enter the rules in as shown in this part of the guide, then you will cut off SSH, sync thing, web GUI, and sync thing, phone, fork, phone app, connection, access to the Android stuff server. The rules need to be as follows. Uh, List. Oh, not list. Status? Yeah, status. If you don't have entries for if you don't have entries for you will struggle to have your uh, backups sync properly from your phone. And will notice uh, soon that things are working. I thought this was I thought this was important enough to bring to your attention. I am a 10-year tech professional, so this might have completely stumped a true beginner, if that is truly the intended audience for this guide. Thanks again. Thanks again for the guide. And I'll give him my LinkedIn. All right, there we go. So this is probably going to fail, but let's try it. And if it fails, I'll probably send it over Gmail. It's important enough. So it's in my sent. So hopefully it'll be good. All right. Well, let me pause it quick. All right, I'm back. So look at that. We got it. We got it fixed. We got it fixed. Isn't that good? That's a good thing. Yeah, so it's fixed. I mean, it's fixed, right? Like, it's fixed. Okay. Well, yeah, it's fixed. So the problem was it was a firewall rule. I emailed Mr. Lewis Rossman himself. So he'll probably send me back some sort of FU sort of thing from his giant chair. Um, and then uh, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the guide. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.